topic today, right, and it's a timely one, is listing your home for sale in the winter months. What you need to know, right? We're going to rip through the pros. We're going to rip through the cons. Number one, right? Let's talk about the cons. Okay, let's talk about the cons first. All right, weather challenges. Okay, when you're listing and selling a home in New England, it's of course pretty weather dependent on the traffic that's going to go in. Now, we've had some pretty mild winters over the past decade or so, even longer, right? If it is really frigid out there, I'm telling you, buyers are less likely to go ahead and bundle up and go on out. Limited curb appeal. Now, in New England, I think this could also be a pro as well too, but the curb appeal aspect of homes, it's just not there, right? And curb appeal is your biggest return on investment, right? But there's certain things you can do while we're on the topic to really spruce up the home. Paint the front door, make sure it's a nice, fresh look, right? Red doors are welcoming, even like black doors or whatever. Just make sure that the paint color that you paint is not obtrusive, it's not offensive, and not in your face. Holiday distractions. Okay, this is a biggie, right? So this is another con. Everybody's like, after Christmas, like totally get it. We're running around, going party to party, running around shopping. It's just an endless amount of things to do around Christmas. I feel like people are busier around this time of year than any other time of year. So we totally get it. It can be a distraction. It really can. A good distraction, but it can definitely be a distraction. Winter related maintenance. Okay. So homes that require additional maintenance, such as, efficient heating systems, and then perception challenges, right? Some buyers might perceive winter as a less ideal time to move, and it is what it is. You're going to get that, right? So these are the cons. And market adaptation. Let's jump into this one too. Successful selling in winter requires adapting your marketing strategy, right? So we need to make sure that we are reaching the potential buyers who are willing to purchase and move in the winter months. And by the way, there are a lot. So the pros of listing and selling homes in the winter here in Rhode Island: reduced competition. Okay, so I do agree with this, to the fact that the competition right now, while inventory is slightly increasing, is not going to be near anywhere as much competition as the springtime. When the spring hits, you're going to see neighbors' homes pop up. So now you're not the only gig in town, right? Serious buyers, I can assure you that when buyers are out in the wintertime, they're serious. Curb appeal potential, right? So look, if you can, we just talked about how curb appeal kind of works against you. If you can take photos with the snow, and you have the lights on in the home, and you do twilight photos, that's where the sun's coming down in the background, we can really spice this thing up, and we can make your home pop, look like a Thomas Kincaid kind of painting. Beautiful stuff, right? Now, showcasing your winter features, right? Like the cozy features, like the fireplaces, if you got them. Negotiation advantage, right? So you may have more negotiating power in the winter due to lower inventory. Now, look, as I'm writing this, I'm like, yes and no. Again, I got to play devil's advocate here, because I got to look at it both ways. If there's fewer buyers out there, you may have good negotiations on the pricing, but when it comes to things like inspections or other items like that, depending on the amount of buyer traffic that comes into your home, depending on how it's advertised, priced, all that other stuff, that could vary, right? You could have some buyers that come in really, really try to beat you up in inspections, but that is where the rubber meets the road. And that's where you need to have an advocate for you, negotiating on your behalf, making sure to pop those boxing gloves on and say, not in this house. You know what I mean? Not happening. Online presence matters, right? So, of course, high quality winter photos, making sure that your listing is everywhere, all over, right? We need to make sure you are all over the globe, not just here locally in Rhode Island, but everywhere and anywhere people can find it. And that's one of the wonderful things we do here at Engel and Volkers.